Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the first ever MTV Virtual Student Research Symposium. I'm happy to see so many of you connected already. My name is Sean Clark. I'm a research faculty at the University of Michigan and the Associate Director for this consortium. I'll be serving as the session chair for this first session today up until the first break. So before we get started proper, I would like to go through a little bit of overview about the event today, just kind of the format, what you can expect, and a little bit of logistics. So with that, I'm going to get started. So we're excited to say we have more than 200 people signed up for this research symposium, which is really exciting for us to showcase our students and the incredible research that we're doing so far under the MTV. You can see we have 36 research presentations laid out for you, and then below that you can see a breakdown of the various participation that we have registered for this symposium over the next 3 days. So we have a very large national lab contingent, which we're very happy to see. 86 of our national lab colleagues registered for this workshop, and we're really excited to engage with you and get your feedback and just build some collaborations over the next 3 days of presentations. Also, 44 from academia, 30 from across the US government, whether it's DOE, some DOD folks I know registered, and Homeland Security. So we're excited to see all the interagency interest in this work as well. And we have a few folks from industry, which we're always happy to collaborate with you. In terms of the format, so this is a 3-day event, so it's approximately from 1 until 5:20 over the next 3 days. You're going to see roughly 12 talks per day. These are going to be 15-minute-ish talks from each of our student presenters, and the students have been instructed to have a 12-minute presentation actually and leave about 5 minutes for questions. So we will have time for question answer discussion period after each of the talks. So we're happy and excited to have you all engage with us in that way. There will be a break halfway between on each of those days where we'll switch session chairs, and again we'll be going until 5:20. At the end of the first day, which is today, Tuesday, from 6 p.m. we're going to have a virtual happy hour. So this is something we're trying in this virtual format to allow a space for us to connect in a less formal situation, to get in a Zoom room and try to in some way mimic those informal interactions that we have at in-person meetings. So we're going to give this a go tonight from 6 to 7 p.m. So we encourage you to grab a beverage, join us from 6 to 7, and we'll be having a conversation about research in the COVID-19 era, just to hear some strategies, some things that have worked, things that haven't worked, and just kind of share our experience in this new and challenging time. So we hope all of you can join us for that. It's going to be occurring on this same Zoom line that we're in now. At the close of the workshop, we're going to have another set of happy hours, again, to try and mimic that social interaction. And we're going to have 3 separate rooms, each one dedicated to one of the MTV thrust areas. So these will be led by faculty from those thrust areas, and it'll give a chance for students and lab scientists and faculty to come together and just debrief a little bit, talk about the research, build some collaborations, and again, have that informal interaction. And again, that'll be Thursday evening from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern. In terms of the meeting logistics, so if you're here, you know this meeting is happening on Zoom. The full agenda you can find on the website, which was distributed by email. It's also in the calendar invite. The link is also here on the screen. On the website, you'll find the Zoom link to all the sessions. There's a join button next to any talk. Those join buttons all take you to the same Zoom room. The entire meeting is going to happen in this same Zoom room. So anytime you want to join, if you have to step off and come back, you can find us in this exact same spot. You'll also find links to all the talks there in PDF format. So if you're connecting on a phone or if you want to look at the talks afterward, you can find all the PDFs there. The titles are linked to those files. As you probably noticed, this meeting is being recorded. So we will be making these recordings available at a later date through our website, so you can view them if there's a talk you missed or there's something you want to go back to. Lastly, we asked that you would just keep your microphones muted unless you're speaking. Please utilize the chat function. If you have a question during the talk of one of the speakers, you can drop that in the chat. The session chair will moderate those questions if you want to put them in the chat. You'll also be able to unmute and ask your question live after the talk if you prefer to do it that way. But again, just please keep your microphones muted unless you are speaking. And with that, that's the end of my short introduction.